Next we're going to do rules to the Hoofer Boat House. So there are 4 doors to the boathouse. The first one is the main door, which is right over here. The next one is this door. This door needs keycard access. Hey Dan. Bye Dan. Hello. The next door way in the back that's the other door. And then the Hoofer sailing shop door. We don't normally go through this door. Next we're going to talk about how to actually get into the boathouse. To get into the boathouse, the doors are locked. And what you need is that you need a whisk card, like this. Students and staff and professors of the university all get a whisk card. If you're a community member and you do not have a whisk card, you can go to the Outdoor UW office and fill out a form. Next, you go to the UW-Madison police station during their business hours, pick up your whisk card, and then you have a whisk card, so then everyone has a whisk card. Step 2 is that you need to go online to www.hooferleaders.org and fill out a form. It takes about 1 to 2 weeks to process. Requests for keycard access. And then once you get keycard access, you can simply hold up your key to the door. There's a green light, and you go into the boathouse. That's it. Concerning these doors, there's some rules, mainly fire safety code rules. So this door right here and that door back there, they cannot be propped open. The only people who can prop it open are the Outdoor UW staff. And it has something to do with the fire code. If the fire marshal, for some reason, were to come through the building, he would say, hey, that's a violation of a fire code. So do not prop the doors open. So the big garage door has some special rules to it. Behold the special big garage door. It's really nice because we can get all of our boats in and out. To open it, you just come over here, and you can push the open button. So I will open it, I hold it down, and it opens. So there's some special rules regarding this door. The first rule is that if the door is being manned by Outdoor UW staff, which normally they sit right here, you can leave the door open. However, if there's no Outdoor UW staff there and you're teaching a lesson, please close the door when you're doing your lesson. Even if you're going out paddling out on Lake Mendota by yourself, assuming you have the right rating, please close the door. The reason why we do this is because wandering strangers, which can be anybody, can wander into the boathouse and they could steal our stuff. There's a lot of valuable equipment that is in the boathouse, both that belongs to Hoofers, to Hoofer Sailing, and Outdoor UW, and we always want to make sure that we protect our equipment. Those are the rules for the big, giant garage door. Also, I'm going to show you how to close it. So to close it, you actually have to be inside. So I hit close, and I close the door. And that's it. Alright, next rule. What to do in the boathouse if it starts smelling weird. So, if it's smelling weird, it's usually coming from this drain right here. And if there's not enough water going through the drain for a couple weeks, gases build up and it begins to smell. So the super easy solution is to pour some water down this drain. There are access to hoses, which we'll talk about next. Alright, hoses. So let's say you come back from the Kickapoo River, and the Kickapoo River is very muddy. And you come from a muddy place and you have to wash off your boats. So to do that, you have 2 options. Outside, I'll go out there in a moment. Outside, there is access to a hose, and you need a special key from the Outdoor UW office. Do not wash the water or drain the water into Lake Mendota. What you can do is come into the boathouse, which I am in right now, and wash the boats here, and have all the water go down into this drain. Now then, let's say it's winter and you have to wash something. There is another access to a hose, which is in the Hoofer Sailing Shop. To have access to that, you need to go talk to the Outdoor UW office. So these are the actual steps to using the Hoofer Boat House hose. So I obtained this key from the Outdoor UW office, and I'm in the boathouse. Here is the hose. I would take this hose outside with this key, and I turn to the left, and right out here, you hook it up right here, and then you turn, using this, you turn it on and off. Ready, tighty, lefty, loosey. When I'm done using the hose, what I do is that I put this back where I found it, and I take this key, and I go back to the outdoor UW office, and I return the key. That's how you use the hose. Also, I should go close that door. The next set of rules we're going to talk about has to do with the red locker, located right here in the front of the boathouse, or by the big door. It has two sides. One side is strictly for outdoor UW use. The other side is for general purpose use. Any of the Hoofer clubs or outdoor UW can use this. Inside the red locker that anyone can access is an AED, which is just a defibrillator, a fire extinguisher, and Mearzyme. Mearzyme is really important because we use it to clean our wetsuits. It's a sanitary issue, especially when people are sharing wetsuits. People sweat, people pee, can't blame them. Actually, but don't pee in the wetsuits. So, what we should do every once in a while is take the Mearzyme from that locker, this locker, and follow the instructions and mix it with water in this giant Mearzyme bucket. And there we can wash the wetsuits. So those are the rules for Mearzyme and the red locker. So next we're going to go over rules that are specific to the Hoofer kayak gear cage. Behold, the Hoofer kayak gear cage. You need whisk card access to get in here. So, open it, and I'm in this room. The main rule is, if you use something, return it. And if it's messy or you see something that's out of place, put it back where it belongs. If you don't know where it belongs, email the equipment chair. So, for example, if I look around, there's some flip-flops, there's some boxes, but otherwise, it's not that messy. Okay, there is one more rule related to fire code safety. In the outing cage, which I'm in right now, in the back right, is this. So there's a bunch of pipes and a locked door. Firemen need access to this sometimes in the state of an emergency, so this door cannot be blocked by anything that can't be moved by a single person. So do not block that door. That's the only rule for this room. So the next rule is cleanliness. The union staff does not clean the boathouse for us. All the members who use the boathouse have to keep it clean. So be respectful. Right now, there's some stuff on the ground, some stuff over here, there's a water bottle. So it's up to us how clean or dirty we want this place to be. Okay, so the next thing is that this is a shared space. There's equipment from Outdoor UW, there's equipment from us, the Hoofer Outing Club, and there's equipment in the back right of the boathouse. The UW sailing team uses that space. So we share this space, so be polite and be respectful of other people who share this space. It's really great to have a boathouse that's right on Lake Mendota.
All right, I feel like I'm ready to take my first paddling lesson and head out on the water.